Welcome to my story playthrough of Voice of Cards, the Isle Dragon Wars. It's a new game from Square Enix and Yoko Taro. I did play the beta, or the demo, not the beta, the demo that came out last month. I played that one in German and then switched the voices from Japanese to English and English to Japanese. In the end, I decided to go with a total English playthrough. Because I actually really like the English voice. It's very British, it's very pub-like, and for the kind of game that it is, it's basically simulating a tabletop game. I thought the British voice actor was pretty good. I also like that the English text had a lot more flavor than in German. German in general is usually a very direct translation out of the Japanese, while the English translation often has some tiny little flavor stuff in the text, which I personally like. So, and I will probably make then the commentary in English, mostly to not confuse myself too much if I'm switching between English and German constantly, because I do get very confused. Yes, this is basically a card game and a tabletop game, and the English voice that is speaking for the characters has the function of kind of like a game master that guides you through your adventure and basically tells you a story. Right, let's start.
Good afternoon, or should I say evening, morning. Morning? At any rate, I'm the Game Master. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Before we begin, there is something I must tell you. You see, my job is to draw you into this world with my voice and cards, which is why I believe it best for you to play with the sound on. In fact, I insist on it. However, as you can see, my voice is subtitled, so you can always read along as well. Now then, are you ready? Let's begin. Welcome to Voice of Cards. You are about to take the first steps of your adventure. Through a realm of sword and sorcery you will travel, battling bloodthirsty monsters as you strive to realize your ambitions. I have every faith you will accomplish great things here. I am merely a witness to your exploits. Now then, your departure draws nigh. May your journey be a safe one.
I love that. I'm such a sucker for this kind of narrative design.
We begin in a cave. The surrounding rocks are slimy with damp. It feels as if some foul creature could leap out from the shadows at any moment. Yet in this horrible place gathers a fellowship of 3 adventurers. One is a young woman. You can tell just by looking at her, she enjoyed a good upbringing. Another is a stoic warrior. He stands at the ready, scanning his surroundings for any sign of threat. Last but not least is the old man. He has a sagely air and gazes into the darkness stretching out before him. These adventurers seek a certain treasure hidden in this cave. An iron door towers before you. It has rather conspicuous handles. The stoic man takes hold of the handles and pulls as hard as he can, but the door doesn't so much as budge. The stoic man winds his leg back and lets fly a powerful kick into the door. As his foot connects, the door trundles to the side. So it was one of those sliding contraptions.
Okay, that's actually pretty funny. That's this part is pretty much where the demo actually ended. So you actually, in the demo, you started out with it free, getting the quest to go into this cave. And the cave was basically the last part of the demo, and it's now your starting point. Actually, I think I like that. It's very cool.
Something leaps out at the Fellowship from the darkness. Rout the enemy.
I would say everything that gets explained here for people that have already played something like Magic or any other card game for that matter that uses resources. It's pretty much the same. On the left you have your attack ratings, on the right your defense ratings, and your life. I guess since it's the beginning, it doesn't really matter what we do here. However, they are weak against light, in case anyone is wondering.
These adventurers have seen their fair share of battle and defeat their attackers with ease. As the trio approaches the treasure chest, an awful rumbling resounds deep in the cave. "You shall not have it," a voice growls. Before the wary trio appear creatures the likes of which they've never seen. Rout the enemy. Excellent.
One thing I actually really like is the music is really nice, so I feel like this game is for people who enjoy really enjoy, a little bit to relax in the evening. At least in the demo I didn't saw the game is very intense or anything like this, or that you have to constantly think about things. I felt actually very relaxed playing it.
The young woman edges around the monster's bulk to stand before the treasure chest. There is treasure inside, no doubt about it, but it's locked tight. The woman slides the simple key into the lock. The chest clicks open. Inside is what appears for all the world to be an ordinary medicine bottle. At last we've retrieved the royal treasure, the old man says. The woman and warrior exchange a nod. Their quest complete, the triumphant trio put the cave behind them. This is Castle Advent. Queen Nilla reigns over the kingdom from within its walls. In the crowded audience chamber jostle all manner of knights, adventurers, and bounty hunters. The white-robed adventurers stand close to the throne. A palace guard calls over the tumult, "Be silent. Her Royal Majesty graces us with her presence." The cacophony ceases the moment Queen Nilla enters the chamber. Seated upon the throne, the Queen faces the crowd. Her lips part. "Thank you all for heeding my call to slay the dragon. Whatever it takes to defeat this reawakened evil, I ask that you do it. Whomsoever conquers this beast will be honored for ages to come and handsomely rewarded." At that, the gathered crowd cheers loud enough to shake the castle's very foundations. "Leave the dragon to us, Your Majesty," say the white-robed adventurers, as if the beast's demise at their hands is assured. "Indeed, you did well to reclaim the royal treasure," the Queen replies. "I thank you, for my stomach becomes most upset without it, so the treasure is a staple of the royal medicine cabinet. It puts my mind at ease to know the Ivory Order offers its aid in slaying the dragon. The trio are disciples of the Ivory Order, a charitable organization beloved the realm over. In Indeed, anyone would think this illustrious trio the heroes of our tale. But they'd be wrong. So we just gotta slay the dragon and we'll be drowning in gold. The man trails off, drooling over unknowable fantasies. Beside him, a strange creature lets out a chirping coo. Pay attention, because this is important. There he is, or there you are, I should say, the hero of our tale. A humble bounty hunter. You love little in this realm more than coin. A seemingly tedious fellow who doesn't hesitate to claim the title of hero for yourself. When you heard about the quest to slay the dragon, it was the promise of reward that lured you to the castle. Now then, if you wish to officially register for the hunt, see me so I can get your signature. You wonder why you need to sign anything, but head for the guard anyway.
Stand before the guard
Shall we?
and sign your name. Yes, we shall. Thank you. Turning you up to a change, press the E key whenever you need a reminder of what to do next. You will see cards with glowing edges on your adventure. Step onto one to trigger an event that will move the story along. This is actually so neat. So basically, in the demo, we played their little story. I actually thought when I first played the demo that, they would still be like the introductory chapter 1 or epilogue and they would die or something and then we would show up. But it seems we found our little hero. Can we actually talk with them? Let's see. Yeah.
We of the Ivory Order will be the ones to restore peace to the land, brags a white-robed man. My colleague made me come along, but he didn't mention we were going on a quest to slay the dragon, she says, trembling. The man takes one look at your companion and shrieks, "Monster!"
I don't feel like we have a monster. We have a cute little pet.
You think the dragon's really as tough as they say? Asks the man, his knees knocking together. That reward for slaying the dragon is as good as mine, barks the man. You'll need tough gear if you're going to beat the dragon, the man tells you. Keep your ears perked. You never know what you might hear that'll lead you in the right direction, the man says. You think. If the heroes of the Ivory Order are hunting the dragon, he's as good as dead, says the man, relief spreading across his face. The Ivory Order trio stands before you. They seem not the most approachable of parties, but... You inquire about their identities. We are disciples of the Ivory Order. It is our duty to aid the realm and its people however we can. The Order's principal focus is developing medicine to distribute to people throughout the world. They begin blathering an answer to a question you didn't even ask. Sensing a long lecture ahead, you seize on the first chance to extricate yourself from their presence.
Well, it looks like our hero, or us, is truly someone who just is here for the coin. And one particular thing is that it took me quite a while to actually do in the demo is that you can just click on the card you want to go and you immediately jump into it. So you don't have to go like 1, 2, 3, but instead you can go straight on there.
To the trio again, but they're too involved in hashing out some sort of plan of attack to pay you any mind. Go talk to the guard on the left to sign your name on the register. You try to speak to Queen Nilla, but a guard blocks your path. Figures a nobody bounty hunter can't just walk up to a queen and start chatting like their best friend.
Well, one can try, right?
Sign here, says the guard, handing you a pen and paper.
Ash. All right, you can. We can call you Ash.
You sign your name. After you've signed, the guard motions to the strange creature beside you, the monster too. You sign your companion's name as well, Mar. Mar, your friend and sometimes traveling companion. Though he can't speak the human tongue, he seems to understand it well enough. Thank you. Now we'll know what to have engraved on your tombstones. Can't ask the dead what name to mark their grave with, after all, the guard chortles. You want the reward as badly as you don't want to die. You figure you better make some strong friends. Offer to join forces with the Ivory Order trio? We select few are sufficient to defeat the dragon. We require no additional aid. And we certainly don't require the aid of a no-name wastrel. With that, the trio takes their leave of the castle.
Wow, I kind of feel rejected. I feel very rejected. How about you two?
Let us depart. We have a realm to save. He grabs his less than enthused colleague by the wrist and drags her off. You catch a glimpse of the terrified look on her face, and then the two disappear out of the audience chamber.
How about they're going to end up dead? Wanna bet? How about you?
Never know what you might hear that'll lead you in the right direction. The man wanders off somewhere, muttering to himself. You'll need tough gear, the man says, wandering off.
Everyone leaving me alone. How about you?
No way am I adventuring with anyone who keeps that sort of creepy company, he says.
I guess he doesn't like my monster friend.
I'll let the Order handle this. Me, I'm heading home.
That's not a bad idea.
Before you even open your mouth to ask him to team up, he cuts you off. Thanks, but no thanks.
At least he's direct.
You ask him to team up, but he refuses angrily. I ain't splitting the reward with nobody. You weren't planning on sharing either, so you don't try to change his mind.
Oh, you got me there.
I am one of the guards charged with the castle's protection. I take not a single step from my post. I am one of the guards charged with the castle's protection. I'll leave the dragon slaying to you adventurers. You've yet to find any help for your quest. Things don't look that reassuring as they are, but the decision is up to you.
Alright, I kind of wonder. Can I now talk with the queen?
Asking Queen Nilla to join you is beyond preposterous. Better not even try.
I didn't want to ask her, I just wondered.
The castle will close to visitors shortly. Please be on your way. You're shooed out of the castle.
Chunk.
In the end, you set out, just the two of you, to hunt the dragon.
Set forth in pursuit of the dragon. Alright, let's do that. Let's see, we have an item shop here. Let's check it out.
How may I help you? The proprietress inquires.
We have a bomb. I need a bomb right now, I think.
Will that be all? The
Yes.
proprietress asks.
Thank you very much. Who may you be? Event.
A weapons merchant accosts you in the street, despite your best efforts to mind your own business. He speaks to you in a voice barely above a whisper. You want the most powerful weapon there ever was? He conspicuously checks his surroundings before revealing this weapon of apparent renown to you. To hear him tell it, this is a legendary weapon, and one of its kind at that. It can be yours for 20,000 gold pieces, he says. You can smell the scam a mile away, and yet the aura of this weapon does have something of the legendary about it. You ask who in their right mind would pay so much for something so clearly fake, stolen, or forged. Well, you know where to find me, if you change your mind, he says, tucking the weapon away.
Alright, we will remember that. When I at some point have 20,000 gold, I will come back and buy your weapon.
The old man kindly warned you of the dangerous monsters outside of town. The child says you should see Nexton as soon as you leave the castle town.
Okay, who is next then? There's a gilded door.
The door is shut tight. You spy a keyhole on it, suggesting the existence of a corresponding key.
A carriage shop.
You peek inside the carriage shop only to hear the owner call out that they're closed. Guess you won't be making use of them after all. Before you stands a sign calling for people to join the hunt for the dragon. Earlier, you saw the bit about the handsome reward for whoever slays the dragon, and hightailed it to the castle. A woman stares at the sign, transfixed. Her face curls into a scowl as she notices you. "Monster!" the woman cries and flings magic at Mar. Startled by the spell, Mar grows dizzy. You gather the dizzy Mar in your arms and glare at the woman. "This ain't a monster," you growl, as the woman snarls over you, "I hate monsters." The two of you bicker for quite a while. In the end, the woman admits she may have jumped to conclusions, but stubbornly refuses to apologize. Inwardly, you call her unsavory names as your attention shifts to a different topic of conversation. Turns out she really hates the dragon and would love to take him down with her own two hands. But she knows she's no match for him alone, so she's at a loss for what to do. When you tell her you're after the same thing, she squints down her nose at you. "Fine," she says, "I can help you."
Well, I guess we found us a friend. So, she knows magic, we take
She's
her.
a little annoying, but you are looking for quest companions. "I only want to see the dragon dead. I don't care about anything else," she mutters. You overhear her remarks and grin without thinking. Then you don't care about getting a share of the reward. That suits you perfectly. You happily join forces with the black-clad woman. She introduces herself as Melanie. She tells you she is a witch, but says nothing of why she hates monsters or what grudge she bears against the dragon.
Alright, it's time to venture out into the world. So I will take a quick break here and we'll be back in the next episode. Thanks for watching.